All right, so here at the Grappling X February 2025 tournament, this is Masters 1, blue belt, 180 pounds and under. I'm currently going against my opponent, John. Uh, we tie up, and John's real solid on this tie up. He was fighting for the underhooks pretty well, snatched my arms a few times, wanted to avoid the arm lock. So we kind of dance around this for a while. Now, in hindsight, looking at this, probably should have pulled guard at some point because I was attempting the sweeps, wasn't quite getting it, wasn't quite getting around. But I've never pulled guard in a tournament. I practice the guard all the time, pretty confident in it, but um, just never pulled it when the takedown or the tie up wasn't going in my favor. Something I should consider modifying moving forward. So again, we tied up for a while here. My lack of judo knowledge is quite on display here as I go for some decent trip attempts, but nothing really solid. And you see the sportsmanship as his gi comes over his head. We tie back up, go for the fake with the lead hand, and then grab the gi from the bottom. Um, you know, Typically a pretty successful uh, strategy for me. But again, just with my lack of going to the guard, I was really limiting myself. Something that I also did in my first tournament loss in gi, which was attempting the takedowns to the point where I made a mistake, just like I did here, and now I'm in a bad position, having to fight out of it. Unlike my first competition, I was prepared to fight out of a bad position. But again, John was really solid. Wouldn't let me stand up to pass the guard. Uh, you know, Held me down. Uh, and so far there's no points, but you can see him setting up for this very nice sweep here. He gets the sweep, and from here it's pretty much rails. Uh, I turn him back around, get him back on his back to start fighting out, but ultimately, um, from here he just starts kind of racking up the points with some really solid guard techniques. Wouldn't let me pass, hooking the leg, and you can see him start setting up for the triangle or the arm bar. And right here, since I wasn't able to stand up, I just kind of wanted to base out and attempt to, push him down. But here he kind of locks in that arm, that shoulder lock again. And, I reverted from, trying to fight off the guard to, getting low and reassessing my arm. Uh, Real bad habit of mine is as I'm going to, break the guard, I'll blade my body to one side and leave an arm in there. And for those who know, that triangle is soon to follow, or close behind. So all right, so this is we're getting pretty close to the edge. Refs is doing a great job of trying to ensure safety. Probably coolest thing of my tournament experience here is uh, I could damn near get thrown out the ring if you would. If this was the Royal Rumble, I would have been eliminated. Um, Boom, there it goes, right? But I would have took him with me. So we reset. Um, with him in the dominant position in the mount. And from here, I'm doing my best to fight out of it. Um, rolling up for uh, a sweep attempt. He stays heavy. Again, still fighting out of it. Go for another sweep attempt. And then here is where things get dicey. He actually locks in a pretty good triangle on me. And, the words of one of my training partners who's been training under the Gracies was going through my head, which is we don't tap. So I was being a little stubborn here, but he had it locked in. Shout out to John for locking in a really solid triangle and then transitioning to the arm bar. Um, at this point, I hear short time, so I just kind of grab onto something to allow my arm to keep some slack in it. And then I collapse him down just to kind of get out of the fight.